For people that don't know, where were you first introduced to D&D and TTRPGs?
My very first introduction was sitting in the basement of my cool older cousin in 1978. And he takes out a box with a cool dragon sitting on it's actually right back there, sitting on a mountain of treasure while you see several heroes approaching it. It's like a
Mhm.
blue box. He opens it up, and there are these funny shaped dice in it, and he sparks up a bowl. And and he just sits down, and I'm watching him as he's taking out sheets and maps and pencils. And I'm like, and this was in a basement level apartment in Chicago in 1978. So I was 10 years old. And he was my cool older cousin. And I'm like, what is that? And he goes, it's Dungeons and Dragons. And then I said, go on. Uh, and then he goes, you know how, like, last year we watched that animated special, The Hobbit? And I said, yeah. He goes, it's like playing that. I'm like,
Oh.
what? What do you continue? And then a year later, the summer before, I think I was entering into junior high. No, a year later, around, yeah, so 79 is when then I was like, okay, I've heard about it from my cousin, but now I'm hearing friends. It had now moved from the older kids and matriculated into like the junior high school students, like the 10, 11, 12 year olds who had a cool older cousin, same way that I knew about Zeppelin, right? Or Styx, is the older generation sat down and said, listen to this. And the older generation sat down and said, this is D&D, kids. And then we kids ran with it. And now by 79 and 80, it had sort of pushed into popular culture. But I first heard about it in 78.
What did you enjoy about it most, or what do you enjoy about D&D, like, personally, the most, even today?
Oh, don't make me pick one thing. Um, I,
There's so
well,
much.
going back to what we were saying about I'm not a singer-songwriter. I tried stand-up comedy when I was 19, and I did okay. I just found it really lonely, right?
Mhm.
And I was fortunate that I had some really fun, nerdy friends. And it gave us a way, in the same way that Star Wars action figures gave us a way to experience this thing that we loved, which was Star Wars, long after we were done watching the movie. Dungeons and Dragons gave us a way to climb inside our favorite fantasy books or those amazing images from those fantasy songs. Like you think about Styx, once in a dream, far beyond these castle walls. Like what? Like your imagination goes wild, and D&D gave us a way to gather, to have highs and lows and stories that we would share and happen in real time. It wasn't like someone was dictating. It wasn't like Tolkien said this beginning, middle, and end. Here's The Hobbit. Here's Lord of the Rings. That your experience with it is that. This gave us agency to to feel engaged and included. It also spurred all of our drawing and the music we listened to and the movies we watched. So we're watching Dragon Slayer and Wizards by Bakshi while we're listening to Yes, and while we're listening to Kansas, and while I'm drawing pictures of Gollum and pictures of my own character from D&D and maps. So it became an identity
Yeah.
and a secret language amongst us preteens.
Especially like Led Zeppelin, how many like hidden Lord of the Rings references are throughout their entire like
Oh, they're
anthology
not
songs.
hidden,
Well, they're
Nathan.
not
They're
hidden,
right
but they're
there.
peppered in. But for people
They're
that don't
what?
know Lord of the Rings,
He
that's
says Mordor and he says Gollum. Like he puts it right out there.